Hello friends, continue with the last video, that is positioning text in a CSS. We were used the relative and absolute property for the text. Here we are going to see positioning as well as radial gradient background on an image. So let's for example, you may require such kind of the outputs. When we apply the property relative, this is the output where related to that position, this will whole border will be occurred, and whenever we apply the absolute property, it is going to display the border up to the text only. This is the absolute border for the text, and this is how we get the output for the positioning text in two ways, that is a relative property and absolute. In the relative, we always has the text related to that line, but in absolute we always have the text in a according to the whatever the text we have. Then this is one sample example. We may observe in absolute we may get this type of the output, whatever the text we have, that only border will get. These two, this is a text paragraph, this is a heading. We were using a absolute property, so only text can make a border up to the text, but in a absolute relative property, we may have the border up to the last area. So this is a relative property, again we get the up to last area of the text. So this is a difference. In absolute we may get particular accurate text border if we apply the border, and as well as we have located the text in a particular locations. So today we'll see the another new concept, that is a radial property. In a radial we can get such kind of the output. So in a middle you look a different shade, and in outer we have the different shade. So the such kind of the output sometimes user want. So we are using a radial gradient properties. This is a function which will set as a background, and we must define at least two colors minimum, that is a two color spots. And here we are specifying the viewport property, that is a viewport height, viewport minimum, viewport width wise. Like there are the many options we have. Let us see with example how these are used with the. Now let's start with the example. I will write program for that. So I'm going to add the required tag. Then we are obviously using the style tag, so I'm going to add those. Then suppose we are taking some text in a body. I will add some text, that is heading 1. So this is a welcome to gradient position and background. So this is a text, we can take any kind of the text. So H2, I will add any kind of the text just for this reference. So these are the gradient units are based on the viewport dimensions. So then it is a very useful to convenient to the user. So it can use them in some different situations where width, height or size of the elements need to be set in related to the relative to viewport. Then we can have, for example, we are specifying the class we are going to add here the division ID equal to, so here using a radial we can specify radial as a ID. Then we can have so here we can close the division, then close the added tag, then apply the property for the ID. Here we have defined the ID as a radial, so here in a style tag we can have the calling method. So whenever we have used that ID, that is followed by the operator, that is hash is going to call the defined or declared ID in a body tag. So the name of the ID is a radial. So here we can group the properties, like we can give the width, for example I will give the 100 VH, that is a viewport height. VH indicates the viewport height. Then we may have the height for this height as, again I will say put the same. Initially I will put both are same. According to the requirement you can change into the different size. So here I am going to put background radial. So this is a gradient. Then just mention we should have the minimum 2 colors. So I am going to put 2 color initially. So this is about the properties of radial gradient. So it has a different look than the simple one. So I will see the output for this. So just see the output for this. So this is how we can get the output. Here we have taken the combination, that is a center place we have taken yellow and a border it is a blue. So again we can modify with the other style. So here we can change it into the some different look, like I am going to add here the circle style, and I am going to add one more color here, that is I am going to add another one color. And just I am going to add the height and width bigger size. So this is how we get the circle position. So just modify this in a different way. I will take here I will take white, it will look better. Then we can have orange and black. So this is a variation we may have. At the center there are the white colors, and after this we can have the orange, and lastly we get the black color. So we have the different look than the normal background. So this is how the look we can have. Just modify with the some specific position for the text. So how we can locate the text in a particular position on a web page. So I will add these properties for the so this is a heading I am going to add. So it will have the changes for this. So the heading will appear on the page like this. Here no need to have the gradient position, so I will change this. Here I will add the position. This is a relative. Here this is a top position and this is a left, so it will locate the proper text on a page. So this is a text where we have located in a proper positions. Here we have taken the position from top. Actually it is a 100 pixels and it is a again 100 pixels. So just modify and see the reflection to the. So this is a heading comes on the specific positions whatever applied. Similarly we can apply for the heading 2 as a different position. Here we have given the position relative. Now apply the, again we can have the border if we require. Border, for example, I will give the 5 pixels with the some solid line. Now see the reflection to this. So this is how whenever we give the relative property to the text, it will occur completely on the web page. So again let us see for the absolute. When we apply the absolute property, it will apply for only the text size. So I am going to apply the property for the heading 2, and this property is absolute. This is absolute property, and this is just I will take the border in a different way, and it is from top it may be 500 pixels. So just change and see the reflection to the absolute. So see the difference. This is a whole line, the border we get, and this is only according to the text. And we have displayed the absolute property with the background border with the location. On some location we have specified. And this is the difference between the absolute and relative property and with the background gradient property. So just have the changes to the gradient. I will increase the size of this so it will look more better. Now let us see the changes to the reflection. So this is how we can get the required text on a particular location. This is a heading 1, this is a heading 2. We have located at a particular location. So now we have seen this is regarding the position and gradient background with the specific loop in a CSS. So thank you so much.